What's up? What's up? Straight to the point. Back at y'all with another one. Uh, all right, check this out, man. Salute to everybody that's up in here. Brown Sugar Ted, I see y'all in here, man. Um, Gucci Man's label, 1017. We got to talk about this. Shouts out to the whole entire Lions Den, basketball and boxing community. We're not talking about neither though. We're um, talking about hip hop. Now, Gucci Man's label. Now, first and foremost, I want to send condolences to the family of the rapper Love Enchanting. She actually was from Texas. She's a Texas native. So I want to send my condolences out to the family and everybody that knew her. Now we know that the label 1017, Gucci Man's label, has had they've taken a lot of hits, and that's why a lot of people are saying that the label is cursed, right? You had Slim Duncan, who he ended up getting unalived. Then you had Big Scar, he ended up getting unalived. Okay. Then you had Pooh Shiesty, who ended up getting locked up and having to do some time. And then, of course, we have now Enchanting that has unfortunately lost her life. Now, this is the thing, man. I'm not going to sit here and say a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but the label is encouraged because if that's the case, then to me, every label has they have their highs and their lows, and some labels just happen to have more lows than highs. If we're gonna go by that logic, then let's go ahead and let's look at Death Row, because people were dying all the time at Death Row, and some not that they were artists or whatnot, but you had a lot of stuff that was going on with Death Row. Now, none of the major artists had lost their life, well, with the exception of Tupac. But I mean, if we're gonna go there, we got to look at Death Row. Hell, a lot of people don't know. There was a lot of stuff going on at Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? And I know that maybe they didn't have as many deaths to a lot of artists going on, but there was a lot of BS that was going on behind the scenes. There was a lot of BS that was going on with Dipset. Okay, there was a lot of BS that was going on with Dipset. Nobody talks about the stuff that was going on with, of course, Bad Boy. Okay, nobody wants to bring that up. Okay, and then also you got to realize Def Jam, they weren't innocent by any means. Interscope, I could go down the list. Hell, don't get me started on Motown. I mean, we could go all the way back in the day. Man, this label ain't cursed, and then a lot of people got to realize that Guwap tried to give them opportunity, out of the places that they were. These guys were really hitting the street. Pooh Shiesty, he really was a street dude. Okay, Slim Duncan, he really was a street dude. Big Scar, he was really a street dude. Now, as far as Love and Shannon, she had a drug problem. Uh, that doesn't fall on Gucci Man in terms of they're trying to blame him and stuff like that. Gucci Man, he turned his life around. He ended up going at what you do with your life. He doesn't have any control over that, and you can only mentor somebody so much. You know, you can't sit there and try to force somebody to get off of whatever they're taking. Like fentanyl, it has been an epidemic. It's been killing our people. So that's not anything like in terms of curse. And then on top of that, they were a lot of them was already in the street life or whatever. And what you do, it catches up to you depending on how deep you were in there. You know what I'm saying? And Guwap don't have no control over that. I mean, if we're gonna go there, we could look at Yo Gotti label. We could look at Young Dolph label when we talk about PRE and when we talk about CMG. Every label got people where people are. This is the hip hop game. This ain't no soft and sweet industry. So this ain't cursed. And as far as her medical condition and everything like that, she was trying to get her body clean. Man, God rest her soul. And I don't like to do this, because she was in my eyes, she had a whole life ahead of her. She was pretty much a very young woman. But and I got to give a shout out to Forgotten Kings because he talked about this. Shout out to Forgotten Kings if he listens to this. But Forgotten Kings, he brought up something. He brought up something very key. He said this. He said she was young, but she was old enough to know better. And I hate to put it like that, you know what I'm saying? But I have to. No, Guwap didn't force you to pop no pills. Guwap didn't force you to go out there and go run with hitters. Guwap did all of that stuff. He left the streets alone. Now, does he still probably got some ties to the streets? Yeah, of course he does. But this man got a father. This man is a father. This man, he got a wife, kids and stuff like that. And on top of that, he's the CEO, and he's a boss. And he changed his life. He put the drink down. He put all the drugs down and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He put all the pettiness down too. Because as much as I like Guwap, he could be petty sometimes. But at the same token, you can't blame him, because if somebody tried to set me up the way that he got set up that night, and somebody, Pookie Loc trying to take his life and stuff like that, I mean, well, damn, I would feel some type of way too. And on top of that, Jeezy trying to do some snake stuff behind his back, you'll feel a way too. But everybody wants to sit here and talk about, oh yeah, well the label's cursed and all this other stuff. We got to stop making these bogus ass excuses just because a label has people that die. If we go back over the course of history and you go look, stuff like this been going on since like the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Rock and roll labels and stuff like that. Hell, you got some rock and roll labels. These guys were on LSD and doing heroin and stuff like that, jumping off of buildings and stuff like that. I mean, and don't get me started on regular Hollywood. In terms of what goes on behind the scenes in Hollywood and stuff like that, man. So, nah, man, you can't just be like, oh yeah, just because Guwap, he once had that image and stuff like that. Because I don't Well, it says you said the 10. I said this. Salute to you, Cypress. What I'm saying is that 1017 and Cypress, man, I hit you up, man. Yo, man, like, but what I'm saying is Guap don't have control over what some of these guys did. He didn't tell Pooh Shiesty to do the stuff that he was doing. Pooh Shiesty chose to do that, and I'm a Pooh Shiesty fan. A lot of people can't understand it. A lot of people my age can't understand why I like Pooh Shiesty, but I do. I don't have. Listen, I never had a problem with drill music. The only thing that I didn't like is when it started getting out of hand. It started really getting out of hand or whatever. It's all right to go at your, you got to go at your objects. It's competition, just like anything else. But to sit here and say that Guwap had control, they're cursed, the label's cursed, and all this other stuff. Like I said, like I was just saying, Cypher, just a minute ago. If we're gonna go there, hey, CMG is cursed, PRE is cursed, Death Row is cursed. You know what I'm saying? Bad Boy cursed. You know what I'm saying? All these different labels, they curse because all of them got some stuff going on. Hell, no limit. You know what I mean? We could go on no limit. Cash money. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta stop. You gotta stop with all this. Yeah, man. I haven't got to Kyrie yet, but man, listen. I'm talking about this situation right here. Uh, the thing that we gotta understand, man, is what you do. It catches up with you. Um, if you got a there was a couple. I forget who was saying this, but shout out to whoever said this. If you got a drug problem, and I'm not trying to get on here and preach, but if you got a problem, you need to you need to go get some help. How do you not know that Gucci Man actually tried to get that young lady some help or whatever? How do you not know that maybe he probably sat down with her, had some people even her family try to sit down with her and tell her, hey, it's got to stop. You know, because this is kind of near and dear to me, y'all, because I've actually lost a family member to this stuff, man. I've actually lost a family member to this fentanyl stuff, and it's no joke. These people really want to pop perks. They want to, they and if we really want to go there, a lot of people, everybody wants to sit here and put the blame on Gucci and stuff like that. No, don't put the blame on Gucci. You got to look at what's being put in the songs too. You know what I'm saying? What you put in the songs, they're gonna want to do. So if you're talking about Percocet, Future is and stuff like that, what you think gonna do? I listen, man. To be honest with you, like with the lean and stuff, because now even the lean done got strong. I never really had a problem with lean, but see the thing about it is you got to know what lean you sipping. And Memphis knows what I'm talking about, man. Like you got to know what lean you sipping, man. Listen. There's a lean that's a upper, and there's a lean that's a downer, and then there's a lean that's kind of just in between or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to do like red and orange and shit, and then you try to sit up there and pop pills with it and stuff like that, nigga, you begging for a casket. But if you sipping that shit, and then let's say you sipping let's say you just sipping just the regular purple. Well, you know just do that alone. But no, everybody want to sit there and they want to, they want to snort lines with it. Then you want to pop pills with it. Then you want to do this with it. Then you want to do that with it. Man, you begging to be up out of here. Yeah, you got to know the strain. What's up with it, Alex? Man, like, listen, man. I don't try to get on here and act like, uh, hey, don't do this. Like so on some what's that dude? What's that bear? Smokey the Bear type shit. Only you could prevent forest fires or some shit like that, or dare to be different. Dare or some shit like that. Look, I'm not gonna tell you to sit up there and not do it because you're gonna do it anyway. But what I'm saying is if you're doing it, man, do whatever you doing in moderation. And then on top of that, you also got to understand the consequences of some of the stuff that you're doing. Weed is not heroin. You know what I'm saying? Weed is not fentanyl. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is some hardcore shit that will literally kill you. But some people don't want to hear that. They want to continue doing what they're doing. They don't want to go for no help. They don't want to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have a problem. Look, if your drug of choice is your drug of choice, you know, because if we're gonna go there, alcohol kills people too. Alcohol kills people, and it destroys lives too. You know what I'm saying? We can't sit up here and say, "Oh, it's just a little alcohol." That kills people too. You know what I'm saying? You act like alcohol poisoning don't exist. You act like you getting behind the wheel of a car don't exist. I was just so strange when have some people heart attacks or yeah, it's all an addiction, but it can be controlled. Like, well, you it. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Okay, um, watch what weed you buy from the street. A friend of mine, dad passed away over some trees. That was why. Yeah, look, man. If you got a problem, you know what I'm saying, the best thing that I could tell you, man, is to get some help. Everybody has their own addiction. Everybody got their vices. And it's not just drugs. Some people got different vices, you know what I'm saying, that they deal with. Some people that's addicted to, um, you know, different things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get on here because you never know. Some people might get offended or whatever. But uh, whatever vice that you have, if it's causing a big problem, what you need to do, man, is you need to seek some help. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that I can tell you. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to preach to nobody. You always talking about buck dancing. Oh man, but when it comes to Kyrie, uh, he got to show up tonight, man. Even if they lose, he has to show up. He's got to show up. Had to add a little humor for a second. Nah, man. I mean, look, man. This situation right here that happened with Enchanting, man. Like, this is a continuous thing, Chad, man. And like when my cousin, she unfortunately lost her life, to it, man. She was young. She was like really young, and the way that I found out about it, you know what I'm saying. At first, they told me this had happened, that had happened, or whatever. But then when I dug a little deeper as to what happened, sure enough, she had an addiction to this thing. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, but it's I try to raise awareness more than anything. You know what I'm saying? I know we are grown around here. I know some of y'all might not have that problem, whatever, but some of y'all it might be near and dear to you. You know what I'm saying? You might have somebody that's struggling with that shit. You might have somebody that's banging on your door at 3 in the morning and they need something or something like that. And you like, man, what the hell? You might have somebody, you know what I'm saying, where they calling you in the middle of the night or whatever because they stranded somewhere or whatever. Next thing you know, they they high as hell. Or you might have somebody that might almost be about to check out on your watch. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Kyrie got to show up. Um, and it's also going to depend on uh, if Boston can keep up their momentum. I know this, man. If a classmate OD'd on heroin and he worked at a hospital, yeah, man. It's sad, bro. I know, man. Overdosing, man, is not a not a good thing. And on top of that, man, she was a vegetable, man. When she was going out, she pretty much was brain dead. You know what I'm saying? She had no activity in her brain whatsoever. So I gotta cut it a little short, y'all. I got something I gotta take care of though. But I'll be back a little bit later, man. Make sure y'all like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the notification too. If you want to donate to the Cash App, it's straight to the point 77. Again, if you're trying to donate to the Cash App, thank you. I appreciate it, bro. If you're trying to donate to the Cash App again, it's straight to the point 77. All right. If only if you want to. It's not you're not forced to do it. But I thank y'all for pulling up. Shouts out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball and boxing communities. Until then, man, straight to the point. I'm out.